Hi dears, now we can discuss with the LCR series circuit. Now let the instantaneous value of alternating current passing through the LCR series circuit be I0 sin omega t. L, C and R are connected in series with an alternating EMF and an alternating current is passing through the circuit. Now we should know the EMF will be E is equal to VL plus VC plus VR, where VR is the voltage drop across the resistance, VL is the voltage drop across the inductance and VC is the voltage drop across the capacitance. As we have already studied that VR is in phase with the I and VL is leading I by pi by 2 and VC is lagging I by pi by 2. So VL is equal to L di by dt, that's equal to I0 L omega cos omega t. In alternative format is given like this. And VC is equal to Q by C, which we get as I minus I0 by C omega cos omega t. In alternative format, I0 by C omega sin omega t minus pi by 2. And also we know VR is equal to I0 R sin omega t. Now substitute this in equation 1, which is E is equal to VL plus VC plus VR. That is I0 L omega cos omega t minus I0 by C omega cos omega t plus I0 R sin omega t. That's equal to, we have to take the I0 which is common outside. I0 into R sin omega t plus L omega minus 1 by C omega cos omega t, as cos omega t is common factor here. Now multiplying and dividing this equation by root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega whole square. Then we get it as E is equal to I0 root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega square into R sin omega t by denominator of this term plus L omega minus 1 by C omega cos omega t divided by root of this term. That is given as equation number 2. And to solve this equation, as in the previous cases, I am going to substitute R by root of this term, that is equal to cos phi, and L omega minus 1 by C omega divided by this term, that is equal to sin phi. So by substituting 2a in equation number 2, we get it as E is equal to I0 root of this term cos phi sin omega t plus sin phi cos omega t. That's equal to this into sin omega t plus phi, which is the solution. For the maximum value, as we know, sin omega t plus phi should be equal to 1. At that time, E should be equal to E maximum, that is E0. That's equal to I0 root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega square. From this, we get easily the impedance, that's equal to root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega square. So, equation 4 in 3 we get E is equal to E0 sin omega t plus phi, that is instantaneous value of EMF in a series circuit, series LCR circuit is leading the current by an angle phi in phase. And also we can find out the value of phi from the terms which we have derived as cos phi and sin phi. We have already substituted cos phi and sin phi like this. So by dividing sin phi by cos phi, that's equal to tan phi is equal to L omega minus 1 by C omega by R, where the denominator of these two terms are common and can be cancelled. From this, phi is equal to tan inverse L omega minus 1 by C omega by R, which is the phase angle by which the alternating EMF is leading the current. That is, we know E is equal to E0 sin omega t plus phi, where phi is equal to tan inverse L omega minus 1 by C omega by R. By knowing the value of L, C, R and the frequency, we have to find out the value of phi easily. And also we got Z is equal to E0 by I0, which is already equal to root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega square. And also we know cos phi is equal to R by root of this term, which is also known as power factor. We can explain the vector diagram of series LCR circuit. we know VR is in phase with the I, which is equal to I0 sin omega t, and VC is lagging by pi by 2 and VL is leading by pi by 2. So in overall along y-axis we can draw it as this part is VL minus VC, and this resultant effect of alternating EMF will be root of VR square plus VL minus VC whole square, and the phase difference with the current is equal to phi. So from this we can write down E is equal to VR square plus VL minus VC whole square. Tan phi is equal to VL minus VC by VR. That's equal to IXL minus IXC by IR, which is equal to XL minus XC by R. That is tan phi is equal to L omega minus 1 by C omega by R, which is XL and XC correspondingly. That is the phase difference phi is equal to tan inverse L omega minus 1 by C omega by R. In such a way, we can calculate the impedance also from this equation when we substitute for I0 R as VR square, and here I0 by I0 L omega and VC as I0 by C omega. We can simply obtain the impedance as Z is equal to root of R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega whole square. So as in the previous cases, we can derive all the factors cos phi, phi, and also the impedance from this vector diagram easily by knowing the phase difference between VR, VL and VC. And it is more important property of a series LCR circuit, that is resonance. First you have consider the impedance and the effective value of current equations and apply the condition L omega is equal to 1 by C omega. When L omega is equal to 1 by C omega, you look at this equation, that is this term will be cancelled and Z is equal to R. At this equation, I is equal to simply V by R. That is the total impedance reduced to ohmic resistance when the inductive reactance is equal to capacitive reactance. That is XL is equal to XC, total impedance will be ohmic resistance. And also at that condition, an LCR series circuit allows maximum current to flow as the impedance is minimum. This condition is known as resonance condition, that is L omega is equal to 1 by C omega. In this condition, there are more properties, that is the series LCR circuit is known as series resonance circuit, as L omega is equal to 1 by C omega is the resonance condition. At that condition, it is at the resonance condition and allows the maximum current to flow as the impedance is minimum. At that condition, from this equation we know L omega minus 1 by C omega is equal to 0, which implies phi is also equal to 0. Resonance condition, there will be no phase difference between the instantaneous value of EMF and current. So, at resonance, the LCR series circuit behaves as if there is no inductor and capacitor in that circuit. So, the applied EMF appears across the ohmic resistance. When L omega is equal to 1 by C omega, phi is equal to 0, that is no phase difference between EMF and current. At that time, VR is equal to E, which implies VL plus VC should be equal to 0, that is VL is equal to minus VC. It doesn't mean that VL or VC will be 0. It means that VL is equal to minus of VC, so that VL plus VC should be cancelled. This condition, the series LCR circuit is also known as acceptor circuit. We can prove that a series LCR circuit allows maximum current to flow at the resonance condition. From this we can derive omega is equal to 1 by root LC, that is frequency is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. That is the natural frequency of a series LCR circuit. So, when the normal frequency of system is equal to the driving frequency, the resonance occurs. That is, to occur resonance in series LCR circuit, the frequency of the current flow should be equal to the normal frequency of series LCR circuit. At that time, the current can pass with its full strength So the LCR series circuit accepts an alternating current at its full strength when its frequency is equal to natural frequency, that is 1 by 2 pi root LC. So the series resonance circuit is also known as an acceptor circuit. Now the voltage magnification factor or quality factor. That is the ratio of either voltage across the inductor or the voltage across the capacitor to the voltage across the resistor at the resonance condition. That is Q is equal to VL by VR or VC by VR. We have E is equal to VL plus VC plus VR. At resonance condition, this will be equal to 0 where E is equal to VR. So we can replace this as VL by E or VC by E. At resonance, even though the resultant voltage across the inductance and capacitance becomes 0, separately the inductance and the capacitance will be having the magnified value such as voltage across the inductor equals Q times the applied EMF, that is VL is equal to Q into E from this equation. VL is equal to Q into A and VC is equal to Q into E. That is, the resultant effect of VL and VC is 0, but VL should be having Q times alternating EMF and similarly VC should be having Q times alternating EMF. That is the applied alternating EMF. So, that is the magnification factor Q. And that's why the Q factor is also known as magnification factor, as it magnifies the voltage across inductance and capacitance by the factor Q with the applied EMF E. Curve and half power frequency. Here the frequency is plotted along x-axis and the current is plotted along y-axis. In this, FR is representing the resonant frequency at which the maximum current is flowing across the series LCR circuit. In this, the frequency is on either side of this resonant frequency. That is, this is the resonant frequency. The frequency is on the either side of resonant frequency, for which the value of current is reduced to 70% of its maximum value. That is represented here and here. That is, it is flowing by 70% of this I max. Here it will be having the 70% of this I max. These are known as half power frequency. Half power frequencies. That is, this F1 and F2 are known as half power frequencies. The I max is at the resonance frequency, the maximum current, and 70% of this maximum current is marked as here and here on the both side, and that will be F1 and F2, that are known as half power frequencies. The separation of these half power frequencies F1 and F2, that is F1 minus F2, is known as the bandwidth of series LCR circuit. That is, the bandwidth represents the range of frequencies within which the resonance takes place in a series LCR circuit. In this bandwidth, that is the possibility of the resonance frequency in a series LCR circuit. That's all about the resonance curve and half power frequency. At resonance, the maximum current flows and 70% of I max is represented using here and here, that is F1 and F2, and this difference F1 minus F2 is known as the bandwidth. F1 and F2 are known as the half power frequency, and in this bandwidth the resonance takes place in a series LCR circuit. Next is tuning of radio receivers. Actually, a radio receiver circuit is basically a series LCR circuit with a very sharp resonance. That is, it will be having a narrow bandwidth, which implies F1 minus Ft will be very small or narrow. So, the receiver circuit passes a current to get the maximum voltage amplification for a particular frequency only. The voltage amplification occurs in this way. It passes the current with a maximum amplification voltage for a particular frequency only and not for a range of frequency. So, this can be used to select radio signals from the receiver circuit. which will be having the frequency f is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC, which is matching with our frequency. In case of tuning, if the radio signal which is reaching the LCR series circuit has the same frequency, then the particular radio signal is allowed through the series LCR circuit, which can be allowed through the LCR circuit by producing maximum voltage amplification as said before. In this way, we can vary the natural frequency of series LCR circuit. That is, the series LCR circuit, the natural frequency can be varied by changing the L or C in that circuit for different radio signal to select. So, this is the principle behind tuning the radio receivers. That is, when the radio signal is reaching the circuit, when the frequency of that signal is matching with the frequency of series LCR circuit, that signal is selected. And we can change the L and C to select another radio signal. That is the principle behind the tuning of radio and television receivers. Thank you. These all are the applications of a series LCR circuit at resonance condition. It can be pass maximum current with the maximum strength. And also, it is also known as acceptor circuit. It will be having a particular bandwidth to produce the resonance. And we have studied about the voltage magnification factor and also tuning of radio receivers. Thank you.